Afternoon, everybody. How we doing? How are we doing? Just checking my banners a minute. Yes, there we are. I think we're live. I think we have video, we have audio, and we have a connection to the internet, which is ropey as always. But there you go. How are we all doing? Afternoon, all of you. Quite a few in already, look. Gary first in today. I thought that was I thought that icon, Gary, was a tower, a mast tower with a massive great Yagi on top, but I think it's a crane, isn't it? I thought he's taken a picture of a massive great beam antenna with a sunset behind it. Very nice. But it's still a nice picture though. So afternoon, Derek. Roberts RP28 is going to make an appearance. I'll show you in a minute. Afternoon, Jess. How are you? Am I going to do an internet radio repair one day? I've not got any intentions of doing that, Jess, but if one comes in for repair, I'm sure we'll have a go. Theo's in the garden, so I'm not sure if he's out in the garden, but if he comes back, we'll get off quick. Only joking, Theo, as you know. Michael Hyde. Hi, Michael. Nick Petronics. Lovely day in Stroud. Yes, really nice here as well. Very nice. Derek Taffman. Hi, Derek. Cyberflyer. Hi, Cyber. Daniel Russell. Listening while working. Don't forget, Daniel, 5 o'clock, switch it off. Not the stream, but, you know, work. Andy Tobin. Hi, Andy. How are you? All the way from Canada. NL. What's NL? I'm not sure what NL means, Andy. You'll have to enlighten me. Andy Beck. Hi, Andy. How are you? Superbike rider Clive. There he is. That's going quicker than I can than I can read here. There's going to be a stage soon where I won't be able to read any of this lot because it'll just be going too quick. Luigi. Hi, Luigi. How are you? Yeah, I'm well, mate. Rob Titheridge. Hi, Rob. Benji's in. Theo's in. I think I already said hello to Theo. Dave Rhodes. Hi, Dave. Dave Malek. Yeah, I'm struggling to keep up with all this lot now. So 2E0 SJA. Good afternoon, Andy. And welcome. Darren Coe. Hi, Darren. How are you? ZX. Afternoon, ZX. Lovely day for drinking tea. And Doug McCartin. I think we got a. I think I got a full house. Newfoundland. Right. Okay. Lovely job. Newfoundland. I was going to say that, but I wasn't convinced it was in Canada. Video Monkey in Ontario. How are you? Bjorn. Afternoon, Bjorn. I think everyone's sort of piling in. I don't know. Everybody should have had a notification about half an hour ago. Hopefully. That's the idea. But yes, 2E0 SJA, Andy. We've got the parts are in to sort that little Roberts shortwave radio. So I've got the transistor, SMD transistor and SMD diodes. So we're going to fit those today. I'm going to show you the RP28, all back together, looking amazing, sounding lovely, but there's an issue I found with it that I didn't notice to start with until I took it outside last night for a quick go. So we'll get to that in a minute. So still got a baby face. It ain't grown back yet. Still got the baby face. But you know, it'll come back. It'll come back. On the ice cream soda today. It's one of my days off today. Day off drinking day. So you know, got to let the liver recover, haven't you? All this being cooped up. Right. Did I say Andrew Osfer? Good afternoon, Andrew. I didn't see you pop in there, mate. Apologies. So a lot of you still working, so yeah. So has Mrs. Cruncher let it stay now? What's that, Daniel? Oh, the RP28. Yes, yeah. I took it downstairs yesterday after cleaning it and putting it all back together. She said, "Oh, that's nice. I like that." She said, "I don't think you should get rid of that." So I don't know. That's where we are with it. But yeah, it's looking rather nice. Guess what? I am considering for you to service your FRG 7700. I've actually got one on the way, Andy, from Germany to look at. Someone's sending me one from Germany to have a go at. So, you know. Yeah, that FRG 7700 really, really gave me the runaround, didn't it? I mean, yeah, it really was doing bizarre things, all down to probably bad RAM in the memory module. So, one to look out for sure. Memory module issues. Yes. So shall we have a look at the RP28? I've got to test the capacitors that came out of it because I didn't have time for that. It was a bit of a rush, wasn't it, on Tuesday, just to try and get it working before I went off at 6:30. So I literally done it with minutes to spare. So I was quite pleased at that. Pardon me. I have in the meantime recapped it, given it clean and put it all back together. Yours is 2 Hz out on the display. Alright, Andy. Is that from the analog to the digital display, or just literally? I'm trying to think if I'm thinking of the right radio now, because I haven't got an FRG 7700. That was that was Oxford shortwave logs radio. That was. Yeah, that was Oxford shortwave radios. Right, let's have a look then. Let's get rid of my banner. And let's have a look at the RP28 all back together. Will I just put myself on and off again? Yeah, okay. You were going to build on your isolation and variac thingy, but then I decided to live stream. Well done, Bjorn. Better to watch someone else doing it, innit, sometimes. Get yourself a bit of motivation, perhaps. So here's the RP28. Oh, let's turn the camera in a little bit because in. Ooh, there we go. Here it is, all back together. I've given the sides just to going over with some beeswax polish. Cleaned and shone all the top up. Straightened out the aerial. It's looking really, really nice. I mean, it's got a couple little things, but you know, nothing out of the ordinary for a radio of this age. So say you heard it all working, but obviously I've put it all back in the case since, so.
We heard all about the love affair of Lorna and a random man on a balcony somewhere. So as we know, we're all
so I've not even got the
staying indoors. No one's going out.
I've not even got the aerial up, so it's really
Lorna
sensitive.
Was enjoying just a little bit of sunshine by her window, and she noticed a gentleman across the way filled 3 black bags. I thought to myself, the cat...
Read about that you're supposed to. It's an ongoing part of your life.
Let's back up. And then at one point he got his guitar out and he wrote...
So those of you that know this radio, you'll know that to actually tune it, you haven't got a tuning dial. You've got these presets in underneath here. So you've got 4 for FM, you've got 1 for medium wave, and you've got 1 for long wave. So you've got 6 presets altogether that actually work on all these buttons on the top. So basically you've got like a little tiny Allen key plastic tool. So if you buy one of these radios, make sure that this thing's in there, which is just a little hexagon headed tool that you pop in top of the little trimmers, and you just turn them to get the station you want. So let's just demonstrate on that FM1 that's... It's a bit scratchy. Let's just tune her in. So you pop that in.
The fact that the nation now knows about this incredible love story.
He in love with some other chick. Forget that over with.
Pink.
Female.
So that's how you do it.
Always.
But do you know what though? And right now, like that's quite a...
But the issue is I have no medium wave and long wave. So if I go to medium wave, you can hear RF noise, but I have got absolutely nothing. And I thought it was just because I'm in a bad signal area, so I took it outside, and that's when I discovered that and long wave, so I've got no... I don't think I've got an oscillator running on medium wave and long wave. So that's the issue. That is the issue with this one at the moment. So answers on a postcard, really. What do you think it is? My thoughts are it probably is the oscillator transistors got popped when it got reversed, but you never know. So what else are we saying? Did I check the voltage coming into your house? Oh, Andy. Right, sorry. Thanks, Derek. Bad AC plug in the wall, really. Need to clean these tweezers off. So yeah, I need to just get another radio up beside it and just check the oscillator a minute, which I'll do. It's got a bit of... The sound is really good, Luigi. I mean, it's fixed as far as FM's concerned, but for some reason I've got no long wave and medium wave, which obviously I've got to have because it's not fixed else, is it? So yeah, it's I think probably it's popped the oscillator. So let's see if I can find a radio a minute. I should better grab a scanner that I can tune to medium wave somewhere. Let's grab that one. Doesn't really need an aerial, but I'll stick an aerial on it anyway. I think this is one of those Watson super gainer antennas actually. Or is it a transmitting antenna? Not sure. So let's just get the Yaesu, not Yaesu, Upatero MVT 7100, and I've got one of these on the way I think for repair. So let's go with 19. 198. AM198, which is radio 4. No, it's got 1.198. Yeah, really noisy in here, but what we're listening for is if this radio interferes with that one. No, nothing. It's not interfering at all. Let me think. Let's go. 1 meg, which is going to be somewhere in the medium wave band. Let's go medium wave. Do the same. Hi Doug, how are you? Engine driver's gone on strike. Yeah, absolutely nothing. It is dead as a dodo. So we had no oscillator. So as I say, I suspect it's the transistor gone. But no schematic. No schematic for it. No schematic. Which is where our problem's going to lie, because we've got to try and find. Got to try and find the AM oscillator, not the FM one. Let's have a quick look at these capacitors. I can sling them in the bin then. So let's get down a little bit and have a look at the components that I've changed in this radio. I really need to spend a day trying to get my 3D printer up and running again. Can we see that? Yeah, I think we can. Right, let's have a look over these a minute then. First of all, there's this bulgy, absolutely knackered one that was right in by the IC that we changed, which is totally melted inside, so God only knows what they put in there, what power they put through it. So that's reading 407. And that's 1,000 microfarads, so that one's toast. So I did pull all the other ones out. This little one here was bulging a little bit, so I thought, oh, sod it, I'll just do the lot of them while I'm in here. It's obviously had the reverse voltage up it, so that was reading 237, and it's a 330, so it's gone low. What's this next one? Okay, this is a 470. So what do we think the 470 is going to read? Do we want to do a guess? Let's have a look. 470. Actually reading bang on 470. Look, that's a first. So 2 out of 3 bad. Oh, hello. I was trying to get away. 1000 at 16 volts. What? Hang on, that can't be right. That's 100. 100 at 16 volts. That's pretty good then. 104. That one's still in spec. Another 100 at 16. Fine. As I say, these don't normally need changing in these radios. Just those ones in the power supply really that need doing, but the rest of them can stay normally. I just did them because of the fact it had been reverse polarity. 109, that's 100 again, so in spec. What else have we got here? 4.7. Oh, yeah, 1.38. That's not too bad. It's 4.8, so that one would have been okay. Your lower values always read higher, yeah, so anyway. So 10 at 16 volt. Fine, 9.45, just under. Some little tiny baby ones here. 1 microfarad. It's unlikely that it'll read this one, but it might do. Yeah, that one's okay. 0.94. And the last one. This is a little baby 10 microfarad at 16 volt. So really they're all pretty good apart from 2 that were out. That's the voltage regulator that we changed, that's shown as no component at all, totally short. And there's the dead TA8117 that's melted internally. That's all I can say about that. You know, there's actually solder coming out of the sides of the chip, so that one's totally shot. So that's the story. I can bin all those bits now that I've tested them. So really, if you have that issue, you don't need to change all the caps, just the ones around the chip. Sling those. I've just dropped one on the floor. I bet that's the voltage regulator, and I'll stick my foot on that one later when I got no shoes on. So we've got 2 choices really. I've got a couple of things to do. I want to put this little shortwave radio back together. I want to do the microscopic repair on that. But shall we have a look at this one and see if we can find the problem with medium wave and long wave. I suppose we ought to shove a signal out first. What do we reckon that the IF on this one will be? Let's check that we've got the IF getting through. Would be 470 on one of these. So let's see if we can use this makeshift loop to couple to the... I don't know if all of you have caught Chris All the Gear No Ideas video on his amazing loop that he made, but if you haven't, you need to watch that. I don't know if Chris is in today. In fact, I don't even know if anyone knows I'm on the messenger group. Who have we got on there at the moment? I don't know what happened with that, really. There he is. He missed the sandwiches, but he made it for the bun fight. I'm just thinking Paul is the man for this radio. So the problem we got with this, Paul, is there is no AM on it. So long wave and medium wave are not working at all. So I've got no oscillator running that I can hear. So I'm suspecting it's the oscillator transistor if I can find it. It's got to be there somewhere. So I'm just going to stick the IF through it. I think it's 470 with these. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I'm going to go with. RF generator frequency 470. Come on, kilohertz. Level, let's stick it up at minus 20 dBm. And what should we do? Let's set the modulation. Let's go for, let's chuck a big old signal through it. Right, there we go. Chris, just talking about you, mate. So we should be able to hear that. Not a dicky bird. This is my loop, Chris. Not as fancy as yours. Hi, George. Hi, Chris. Yeah, Chris's loop was amazing. So there's nothing getting through on the IF at all. Let's just go let's just go mental on it. It can't even break. So certainly nothing's getting through the IF strip either, which is a bit strange. It's interfering with it, look. Is it 470 though? We're sort of getting more at 465. Could be that someone's twiddled the IF cans. Let's go the other way. Let's go 475. No, it is 470. It's trying to get through. It's not getting any modulation though. Hi Ed, how are you? Welcome. Hi Richard, how are you? The new boy in Maidstone. Welcome, Richard. Oh, excellent. Metal next. Let's whip it apart then, see if we can find out what's wrong with it. I'm not going to spend an awful lot of time on it today. It might be something that we can revisit on Sunday if we don't get it done today. Because I want to try and get that little shortwave radio working and have a listen to some shortwave on it. That was my sort of plan for today, but I thought we'll have a look at this one and find out why AM is not working. I've got the modulation switched on. Yes, I did, Chris. It defaults to on. I've got to physically switch it off. It definitely is interfering with the IF, so... Right, that's those two out. Got to take everything apart again. Ooh. That's me. My battery stash coming out the guts of it. Probably get away with just pulling that off rather than undoing it, but let's desolder these out of the way because this is a pain in the neck. What tip have I got on? A miniature one. Let's have that tip there. Gotta say, this soldering iron is really a lovely bit of kit. Very, very nice. And have lots of fun with that. Oh, it's enabling me to do much more intricate work than I could do before, for definite. Let's get rid of the aerial. Off. Get that out of the way. Yeah, it does help, Chris. Really does, to get in over the top of components as well. It's really, really useful. It's a slightly less of an angle than the other one as well. Let's take the area out. So the board, it should come out a bit easier now because it's already been out once. Famous last words, isn't it? Yeah, much easier. Much improved removal. So let's pop the cable off. Don't need to take the Christ. And the speaker wires. Hi David, how are you? There he is. Once again. I thought it was all done. Right. Where is it going to be? So I would think it's going to be one of the very first ones. So this is the amplifier section here. That's the IF chip. This is the RF front end here, I believe, an A1186N. So it could be that one gone, I suppose. What do you think? So easy enough to check polarity because there's a little dot on the board for the negative. So I can see some okay. Yeah, that one's okay. That one's okay. That one's definitely, these are all okay because it wouldn't work if these were we'd get any sound if any of these were reversed. So the only one really in the RF section is this one. So it could be that a 1186N chip. I hope it's not. I have got one, I think. So VC3 is a very cap diode, I believe it's called, isn't it? Very cap or varactor diode. There's another. So basically, we've got two transistors in the front end by the looks of it, so we can check those, but I don't know. I mean, it's obviously letting the FM signal through. Let me just look that up a minute. So it's an A1186N. Let's have a look at that one then. Yeah, it could be Paul. I'm hoping it's not. I think I've got one of those. It's in behind my iPad there at the moment, but let's have a quick look at the spec sheet on this. Yeah, I think yours had to have all three in the end. That RFM3, didn't it, Paul? That was a bit mental, wasn't it? Well, let's say it was an 1186N. It's an LA. Sample application for a TV band. I'll just get this up on screen and then I'll fire you across onto it. Right. Here we go then. LA81186N, made by Sanyo. FM front end. Ah, so if that's the FM front end, it's not likely to be that, is it? Because FM is working, unless AM goes through it as well. Contains the RF amplifier, the mixer oscillator, and the AFC diode. I wonder then if that's just FM. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit on this. It's a bit small. It's small for me to see, let alone you guys. I mean, that's an application for TV band. So pin 1 is RF in, pin 6 is the output by the looks of it. I think that's FM only, you know. I don't know what your thoughts are on that. Let's dig your chat up. Hi Linton, how are you? Yes, I did rob it, Paul. Yeah, but as I say, this set is working on FM, so I'm thinking it's a transistor. I don't think it's that one. I cannot remember for the life of me whether this thing actually does AM as well. I mean, it does say it's FM, doesn't it? So it's got a local oscillator inside it somehow. Yeah, so it's got an oscillator. So it's only got one oscillator. It can't do FM and AM, can it? Unless anyone knows different, but I don't think it's that myself. Yeah, I think you're right, Rob. You know, it's only got one oscillator in it. If it was a dual chip, it would have oscillator for AM and FM. It would have two in it and two separate outputs. It's only got I mean, the output could be switched, I suppose. And it could. I think it's FM only, which is fine. So it looks like we're barking up the wrong tree with that. But you know, it was definitely worth a look, wasn't it? All these things are sent to try us and all that business. So it ain't that one. So let's have a look then. See if I can work out where the hell this lot comes in, because we've got a bit of an RF board up here as well. We've got I mean, I looked at getting this board out before because it has got this one capacitor in there that I couldn't get out. This board is going to be a bit of a nightmare to get out. Or is it? Let me have a look. 1, 2. Just have a look, see where the aerial leads go in. Let's see if I can get the data sheet of the 8117N a minute. I might be able to trace back where the 8117N. Yeah, I might be able to trace back where the actual components are on the board for AM. Data sheet. Ah, that doesn't say a lot, does it? It just says it's an AM/FM radio. 16 dip. TA 8. Oh, it's not even listed in there. Yes, it is. That's a bit random. Yeah, AM/FM. Yeah, I don't think there's a data sheet for this one. I think I've tried to find this one before. I'll keep looking a minute. See PDF data sheet, unlikely, but we'll have a look. Yeah, there isn't really a proper data sheet for this chip. This is all I can pretty much find. Let's just show you what is out there. So it just says it's a one-chip AM/FM radio system for 3 volt with built-in audio power amp. General audio AM, FM. Looks like it does FM or IF. lost it again now. Yeah, here we are. So that's all the info available on it. There's nothing else. Nothing available. So that ain't much help. Yeah, there's no service date for the set. Used to be thinking it'd be beggars, boy. Hi George, how are you? Be beggars, do it. Okay, let's have a look around the ICs. And I mean, it's got this. I bet this is the RF front end up at top here. Let's have a look. So it's tone. It might not be. I suppose it could be dirty pots, couldn't it? Could be dirty pots, I suppose. I doubt whether they've ever been turned. You just cannot get in there to look, really. So that's the 3 outputs coming down, joining onto here. So we've got Q1. You can see I've taped all this up very nicely with Kapton tape and done a neat job and all the rest of it. I reckon I'm going to have to pull it all apart now. I suspect Q1 could be. Q1 or Q2 is going to probably be one of them, and we've got over here, but this is FM. So I think it's going to be one of these two here. I don't think it's going to be one of these varicaps, although it could be, but I don't think it is. So let's pop out Q1 and Q2 and have a look, see what's going on, see what's occurring with them. No, I hadn't cleaned the pots, Paul, but I suppose we ought to try that a minute, didn't we? Before we get a bit too crazy with it. Let's try that one of these desoldering tools heating up. Let's plug a speaker in the headphone socket, so getting the speaker back again. Incidentally, I did put a diode in this. I think you won't be able to see on that, but I've put a reverse polarity diode in there, which was quite nifty. You can just about see it where my finger is. It's quite tiny. It's an SMD one. I put it just down here, look, in the negative supply. So it's pretty tiny, but yeah. Hello, there's a lot of thumping outside. Just bear with me a second. Find out what's going on. Make sure Mrs. Cruncher's not killing the neighbours. It's alright. She's just unwinding the hose pipe. That's rather loud. Cleaning pots, that's... Yeah, George, you're brave. You're very brave. So yeah, we'll give them a squirt a minute and try that. It might cure it. Be nice, wouldn't it? It would be very nice. Right. Deoxit to the rescue. Let's get the old twiddler out and give him a good working over a minute. George is a brave man, isn't he? You cleaned some sliders today, Benji, did you? Thanks, Daniel. Yeah, it's I keep forgetting to put diodes in these radios. I have done a few with diodes in them that I've sold on, but really they need something because the manufacturers don't put any protection in there. Just seeing if I can get some power onto it. No, I can't. I've got to plug it back in. I've got to plug it back in. There's flipping awkward, isn't it? At least if I put the power in backwards, it won't work, so. That's a bit easier, Graham, if you do like that, isn't it? It's always difficult, isn't it, when you're trying to do it on camera. Normally it's dead easy, but because it's on camera, it's always going to be awkward. Right. Let's make sure they're not shorting out on anything. I'm shorting out on the case. So it is. Pin negative. As I say, it won't work the other way, which is really good. Right. Let's turn that off a minute. No, this wasn't that. It was worth a try though. It was worth a try. So let's get my desoldering tool fired back up. Let's pull that back off. You're dead right, George. They are what's known as idiot diodes. End of the day, people think that they can just get a power supply that's got the right size plug on it and just plug it in, and they go pop. They don't like it. No likey. So it's gonna be either that little transistor up there, which I can get at just about, but I think that's to do with the tone, to be fair. Let's have a look. Where's the tone control there? Comes up into there. It's through resistor to there. Resistor down to there, to that pad. Yeah, that's to do with the tone. That there's a little transistor hiding in there underneath this top panel. I can desolder it and pull it out, but I think that's to do with tone, possibly. There's a sneaky little capacitor in the top there as well. But you know, I'm in too close again, aren't I? Idiot. I'm rabbiting away and I'm in way too close. So let's see if we can get this Capton tape back off again. Gonna wish I hadn't done such a good job on this now, aren't I? Let's go with Q1 first. Let's whip that one out. Let's whip him out for a play. See if he likes to come out or not. And we hit it on the head first go. What is that? I can't see, it's too small again. That's one of these, and I think I've got some of these. 3330. 3330. What do you reckon then? Will he or won't he? Is it that? Place your bets. Q1. I'll get it on the tester. Final answer. Q1. Shot or not shot? Pass or fail? Let's have your guesses then. Let's have a bit of a guess. Ice cream soda, not neat gin. I think I've set the latency to normal again. I must remember to set the latency. On the old studio it's easy, but it's much more difficult to find on this blooming one. So what I'm saying is quite a way in front of what you're seeing. So you're a bit behind me by a good, probably must be 10-20 seconds delay. There's got to be, and that's because I haven't set the latency correctly on the stream. Let's have a look. Yes, I'm on normal latency. So those of you that do stream, I can't change it now without stopping the stream, but you've got normal latency, low latency and ultra low latency. So if you're doing something interactive with people where you're one-on-one, you need ultra low latency, and that gives you like the quickest. Basically there's no gap. I usually use low latency. Ultra low latency, you don't get a brilliant picture, is the idea. You can't use that for 4K or anything above 1440. I could use ultra low latency, but I think low latency gives you a little bit better picture. Normal latency is the best picture, but there's a big lag in me speaking and you actually getting it out on the video. You won't notice that lag, but I certainly can this end. So that's my bit of a rabbit. Let's have a look, see how we're getting on. Let's go back to my screen. I could have done DC tests where it's in the radio down. I could have done. It's easier for me to just pull it out and stick it on the transistor tester, to be honest. Bit on my blimmin' arm again. I get bit to pieces. Right, here we go then. It's fine. It's fine. So let's pop that one back in. And we'll pull out Q2. Come on, go back in. You've just come out of there. Why won't you go back in? There, thank you. Thank you. Just solder that one back in then. This pain in the ass shield. Flux on those. Is that one? Right, where's Q2 then? Q2 is right up there. Right, we've got a dry joint there on something as well. Let me have a look at that a minute. I think we have a dry joint. Yes, we do. We have more than one dry joint. We have 3 dry joints that I can see. Let's flow those. Now that could have been me desoldering the wrong component, but that one is a bit random there. Makes you wonder if this set's ever worked on medium and long wave, doesn't it? Let me just get the old Let me just get the old magnifiers on and have another look over that a second, because that was a bit strange. So that one there, so that's the end of one of the jumpers, I think. Or was that one of the transistors? No, that's a transistor there. So yeah, that's just a jumper wire that goes across to the blue coil. So that was had no solder on it at all. And the other one was down here, which was a resistor. Bizarre. So literally didn't look like they've ever been soldered from the factory. How strange. Let's try that a minute. I think that might have been the issue. I think that might have been the issue. I hope it's the issue. Micro mallet, lots of fire. I reckon that was the issue, you know. I'm going to connect the speaker back up, because although that other speaker worked, it was really quiet because the ohms is wrong on it, I think. I don't know what comes out of this ohm wise, but I suppose you need a fairly high impedance for headphones. Let's clip onto those then. Hi Paul, we have 3 non-soldered joints at the moment. That's where I am. I've pulled out Q1 and that was fine. So I'm just I've just resoldered those joints, and I'm going to fire it up and try it again. See if that's cured the problem. Right. Here goes then. I think we've done it.
Lifting the lockdown, actually, if anything, the public are actually more supportive of keeping things where they are for now than potentially looking for an out.
There we go. Unusual. Bit naughty of me not to spot that while I was in there, to be fair. You would have thought I would have found that, really, but I didn't. So it's, you know, it's all live. It's all live here. Right. Let's sort this bit of horrible shielding, and I can put it back together again. That's good news. That's good news. I'd much rather it was something like that than well, to be fair, it would have only been one of those one of those transistors. Where am I? I'm on the wrong camera, aren't I? Oh well, there you go. Let's get some more Capiton tape. I believe this is the stuff that Mr. Cody's let me have, so thank you, Paul. Thank you for this. You people do look after me, don't you? You do look after me. Yes. Yeah, as I say, you know, I sort of suspect myself in a way, but when I'm looking at it, it's really nowhere near where I was working on the board. So literally, unless someone else has been in there and had a play before I got it. I don't think so though, because the top was so stuck in. Yeah, I don't think so. I think I was the first one in here, so it's probably never ever worked on AM, ever. Ever, ever, ever. Right, that's the shield back on. Let's stick it back in the radio and we can put it to bed and get the real tricky job out. You wonder if it's a dry joint, Andrew, do you? You monkey. Yes, it was actually 3 dry joints and all in that that section. Alright, okay. Now let me think. It's got to go in the little tiny groove. The circuit board's got to sit in the groove exactly, otherwise your radio won't go in. And there. Perfect. At least Mrs. Cruncher can have her new radio now. She'll be pleased. As I say, all the walls in this place are pretty much the same colour as this. It's all magnolia throughout, so it will sort of go in most rooms. So this is an ideal radio for those of you that have got magnolia houses, which pretty much means anything that was built in the last, what, 20 years? The magnolia boom. Right, where's my forceps gone now? Okay. Yeah, so as I say, this radio I would suspect has never ever worked on AM. Quite interesting. Aerial. Aerial did take a bit of straightening actually. It wasn't the best aerial in the building. Took me probably about half an hour to straighten the aerial out. It only had a kink in the top, well, the second section down. The aerial on these, you've got to make sure it's seated in properly because there's a couple little indents that it sits in, just there. No lock washer on that, should have put one on really, but battery. Ah, I forgot to plug the power thingy back in, didn't I? Oh dear. So I should be able to reach it from here. Some longer forceps. Go in. Go in, you little scroll. I'm gonna have words with you. Don't forget to plug the power in before you put these radios back together, will you? Your bathroom is terracotta. Whoa. Terracotta, so you want something, probably one of the shades of brown. I'm not doing radio matches to decor here now, you know. Cruncher matches a radio to your room. No. Yes, one of the brown shades. This would work well in a terracotta. It would contrast well with it. Cruncher interior radio design. Oh, come on. Don't tell me I'm going to have to take this radio out again just to put this damn plug in. It would have been quicker to take it out than it would be to ass around with it like this. That's for sure. There she is. There we are. Got there in the end. Right. Battery box. It's the next big thing. Avocado. Harvest Golden Avocado. What about the old chocolate brown bathroom sweets? They were all the rage, weren't they? Sounds like Maddie's playing Mummy up for a change. Let's put a little bit of flux on there because obviously the flux is all used now from the solder. Just got to find where the hole is. There. Hook that one back on there. Right, check the batteries up it. And it still works. Amazing. Amazing. Right.
We have a real time constraint because we have a hard time deadline coming up in a second. But I want you, in 3 years, to say whether you think the government should delay Brexit or just go crazy at the end of this year, delay the transition. No, Brexit needs to go ahead, but we need to look after the economy first.
Tonight at Radio Devon. Yeah, Rick Edwards on air from 6 this evening. He will bring you coverage of the Claptrunk areas at 8 o'clock tonight. Visit from John Newman. And before I do that though, all over the county at the moment, people and organisations doing their best to support others at this time. Some of them. And there's different provision in different areas, so we thought we'd crisscross the county this week and find out what is happening where. Today, Plymouth. And Charles Hackett, who's formerly of Mayflower 400, currently coordinating the city's response to COVID-19.
I got so much stuff in here.
Get back to normal, I'll be back to that exciting program. I'm not coordinating.
You're like a magazine in it, and you're gonna hear me if you are.
And the day team are getting ready to face whatever comes through the doors here on the emergency bay. And what really strikes...
So there we are. Really, really sensitive little radio, and I think it looks really nice. Mrs. Cruncher does too, so she's on about keeping it. But I was going to sell it, but we'll see. She'll probably get fed up with it and say sell it. There you go. Done. Back together. The last dry joint still sounds mildly moist. It could be. It's only just... Hi, Jax, by the way. I didn't say hello to you, Jax. Apologies. Hi, Mervyn, as well. I didn't see you pop in there. So there we are. Graham Llewellyn Bowen. Yeah. Well, I've got the hair coming for it, haven't I? The hair is definitely up there. Okay, that's done, which I'm pleased about, and that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Again, I'm getting quite lucky with some of these repairs at the moment, aren't I? Like a valve gone to air I can think of, and the diode and transistor in the radio we're going to look at now. And I'm going to need to get the microscope out to do this next one, because I could try and do it with just my goggle things on, but to be fair, it is microscopic, and I don't want anything to ping off into the middle of nowhere. So let me just tidy everything up a little bit and try and work out how the hell I'm going to get the microscope in and the radio, because I've got a lot of other stuff here. Let's just take that one out of the way. So yeah, good little radio, that. Good little radio. So let's get the patient in for a look. So you can see my handiwork from the other day. So we're over here. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, it's not brilliant, is it? Oh well. So yeah, basically these are the two components that we replaced. I think, was it Sunday I did this radio, or Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday, wasn't it? Or was it Sunday? No, it was Sunday. That's right, it was Sunday. It was Sunday. So as I say, I cobbled these, and there's absolutely no way I could leave these in because the case fit is so tight that you know, there is literally no clearance in there. You know, I'm way out, look. It's absolutely way out, so it needs to be really flush. I could have probably put a smaller diode in there and laid it down on its side, but I had a chat with Chris, All the Gear at No Idea, the man in the know, and he suggested popping a Schottky diode in there rather than you know, a power Schottky, a rectifier Schottky diode in there rather than just a normal rectifier diode, because the current, the voltage drop across it is less. I think it's 0.3 compared to 0.6, 0.7 for a standard diode. So I think I'll stick with this tip just to lift these off. What day is it? I don't know. Thinking leads to overthinking. You go on intuition and luck. Jax is saying that dry joints are surprise diodes. I like it. So I'm going to lift these off if I can. I've done a good job of putting these on, I think. That's that one. Okay. That's one diode off. So I'm going to have to get the old specs on to take this one off. Where are we? About there. Let's go in a little bit. Because it is fairly miniature. Right. So I'm going to get some pretty small braid in there. Smallest stuff I've got, which is this, which is pretty tiny. I don't know what size it is because the little labels come off of it. Oh, there's the label there. 0.8 mil. 0.8. 1.5 meters. It's nearly all gone, but so I'm going to try and wick the solder that's already on there off. I'm thinking I might be able to get you in with this camera when I'm working under the scope. I think I probably can, because I did manage to show you it last time with the overhead camera. So let's have a bit of a rearrange. You can't drink very well with goggles on your head. I've just learnt that. Where am I going to put that where it's not going to damage anything? Don't really want to put it on top of my ATU. Unless I can find a placemat. Hang on. Placemat here somewhere. I need some Radiocruncher merchandise, don't I, really? I need some merch. Merch. I need some merch, whatever the hell next, eh? We did the Radiocruncher mug and the Radiocruncher beer, I suppose. But that's the two essential items, isn't it? Right, so that should get off. The goat's biting the wire. Get off. Flipping amino. Let's get my iPad out of the way a minute. Let's see if we can get everything in the picture here, so to speak. let's go to the overhead camera. Oh Christ, that's miles away. Zoom, 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 zoom. It needs to be out here really, because the microscope does overhang quite a bit. It needs to be sort of over here for me to see it in the microscope. I can't show you through the microscope because unfortunately I haven't got a microscope camera, and it's a cheaper microscope that only takes an eyepiece camera, so I suppose I could show it to you before I jump in it, but right. Okay, it's all very sort of precarious, this. If I just zoom out, I'll show you what I mean. So there's the microscope, and it's easier for me to do without the glasses on, which makes it even harder. See where I am. I can see a screw. Is that screw or is it that screw? That's that one there, right. So I need to be about there. Excellent. There, right, where's my lights? Okay. Right, I can see. Let's see if I can get you in to have a look then. Need to be able to get in there as well. I can just see a microscope light there at the moment. We'll get there. It's a bit of a juggling game. Might be as well to try and come around this side, maybe. As I was before. Okay, now we're talking. Okay. Bear with me, people. I'm just trying to set up so you can see what I'm actually up to here. As long as I've got room to work as well, it should be okay. Interesting. Yes, I think you can see that. Right. Let's go in. Let's do it. Apologies, I'm not going to be able to look at the screen for a bit. I need to change my soldering iron tip, but let's just wick that off a minute. Just wick it off. I'm going to be banging my head on everything and all sorts here. It's not ideal, but at least hopefully you'll be able to see what the hell I'm up to. So this is our pads for the transistor. I thought I just took a resistor off the board then. Come on. Radio Scrumpy. Press the audio amp in an RD60. I should have thought it would be too difficult. It's only going to be an IC, I would have thought, of some description. I don't know why I'm struggling with this. I can look straight through the flipping microscope, can't I? Idiot. Hang on. I can't see nothing now because you're in the way. Right, I'm going to have to come out this way a bit and sort of angle it, I think, so as you can see it, right. I can't see. I can't see. Where's my glasses? All right. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, that's better. Now, can I see? Yay! I can see now. I can see. Just need to go back a fraction. The diode's going to be fairly easy. It's this transistor that's going to be tricky. So let me get some isopropyl on the situation. Give it a little bit of a squirt. I've used this really greasy flux, which is a bit of a pig to get off again, but isopropyl will do it. Okay, that looks a bit cleaner. I'm trying to think how best to do this. Let me find the transistor and stick it on the board so you can see how miniature the blooming thing is. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to tin one of the pads. I'm going to have to tin one of the pads and stick one leg down and then solder the other two. I could hot air it, but I'd have to take the board out to do that. I don't want to take the board out. I don't want to take the board out. So let's find some tweezers. There he is. There he is. So he's upside down. Still upside down. And again, I'm doing this without looking through the microscope. I'm just not used to it. Right, okay, that's better. Right. Get off. And we've got some fluff there from the cotton bud that I couldn't see with the naked eye. This is a problem. If you've got flux on everything, it sticks to your tweezers. Right. That's where it's got to go. That's where she's got to go. Let's get a bit of isopropyl and clean these tweezers off. Yeah, that's looking perfect. It's actually an identical transistor. It's got exactly the same markings as the other one. Brilliant. Excellent. Right, let's see if we can solder the flipping thing. I'm going to change to tip to the tiniest one I've got. I need to get my glasses on. Oh dear. A quick look at the chart. You just drill a hole in the case jacks. Yeah, good idea. Good call. But you know, I like fiddly stuff like this. I don't know why. I just do. So, baby tip. Let's watch my heat there. Let's clear everything out the way. I'm going to see if I can just solder it. At the moment I haven't tinned it as such. Well, it is tinned. I just want to catch one lag. Any one will do. So let's come in with the... There we go. So that's hopefully got it. Yep. So let's pop a bit of flux on it. Because that peg there's come unsoldered as well. I'll tell you what, it's whoa, it's weird working under a microscope. I think I've just moved that now. You can still see it. Very, very weird. Okay, here goes then. Done. Now, what have I just chucked my cotton buds to? Somewhere safe over there. There you are. Done. That's the hardest one. Let's quickly check the chat. I'll have a rest before I do the diode. Hopefully you can see that. It's not brilliant, is it? And you haven't got a very good shot of it, but... Tis done. You're off, Paul, are you? Catch you later, mate. You're going to teach Junior how to wield a cricket bat. So again, I think the chat is lagging a bit, so wait for you to catch up. You need to come down a little bit now. So, cheers, Paul. Have a good one, mate. Right, let's just put those back in the bag so I know which is which. I was quite pleased to be able to get one of those from my normal electrical supplier. So the next up is these. This is from Fine. I don't want to take it. That's their part number. But this is a 1 amp Schottky diode, 40 volts, SOD 1. SOD 1. As if a posh term. SOD 1. So let's get one of these out. I think I'm going to have to... yeah, I am probably going to have to... wick off a bit more. Wick off a bit more solder for this. In fact, I'll leave that in. So I've got to take some of this solder off because it sits in between here, facing that way with the stripe that way. So I'm going to have to get some solder wick and give that a go. Hope you're enjoying this, people. To say it's quite fiddly and it's difficult to get you in to see what the hell I'm up to. It's difficult for me to see what the hell I'm up to be fair, but a microscope is a godsend. I can't see anything without my glasses on. So we've got a horrible bit of glue in the middle there that was what stuck the old diode down just here. Oops. Oopsie. Right, where's my knife gone? There we are. God, that's very well stuck, wasn't it? I don't know whether I can loosen that with a soldering iron or... yeah. See if I can wick this off then. Right, that should be enough. That should be enough. Come here. Apologies, my big fingers are in the way. Well, they look big here, but come on. Right, he's out somewhere. He's out somewhere, but where has he gone? Is that it there? I can't see without my glasses on. Yeah, there he is. Right, let's have a look. Come on. I'm pretty sure that's the right way round. I'm just going to get my... well, I say that's the right way round. It's difficult to actually get it to sit there because the solder's too big. It's just literally got to sit in there like that. Just get my phone and check my pictures. Dab hand, what you lot like? Okay, let's have a look at my photos. Someone's stuck a post right over the top of them. Right, there we go. Gallery. More flux. More flux. Where are we? Where are you? Oh, don't tell me I didn't take a photo of it. Ooh. I didn't take a photo of that. I did take a photo of it because I can remember doing it, but I'm bugged if I can find it. Ah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, that is the right way around. So that's basically. Can you see that? That's the picture of the old one. So I am the right way around. I've just got to try and solder it now across those pads. So let's do it. Again, what I think I'll do is I'll tack it, then I'll flux it, and then I'll finish it off, so to speak. got it. Right, sticky flux time. Flux, and more flux. Where's my solder? Let's find where I am. Where's my workpiece? Where's my iron? There we are. There she blows. Right. Excellent. Pleased I've done that, I can tell you. Wasn't too difficult though, really, was it? Wasn't that difficult. We're still live? Still with me? Anyone falling asleep yet? I know this is not your normal radio stuff, but to be fair, it ain't going to be long before these will be vintage radios and we'll be working on these all the time. Don't like the look of that joint down there. But yeah, that's good as new. You wouldn't know it had ever been in there, look. Yeah, the joint I'm looking at that doesn't look very good is this one here. It's, I think it's just a wire comes through there, and it's not looking very good. Let's wick that off and put some fresh solder in there while I'm in here. Shouldn't cut my finger off instead of the the braid, because I can't see what's going on here. Where are we? We're down here somewhere. There we are. Right, let's put a fresh bit of silver in there. Bit of flux, because I don't know whether this is lead free. It probably is lead free, isn't it? Come on, where's the iron? Where are you? Come on, iron. There you are. That's better. Whew, right. Let's get the flux off of that, and then we can put it back together. Job done. Job done. I'm still here, yeah. Yes, Doug. It's the Bush Nightingale clock. Talking of clocks, it looks like my clock has fallen down behind here somewhere. I can't see what the time is. There he is. 5:30. Going well. We're on schedule. Right, I've got to take this wire off. We temporarily put in for our aerial. Just wick a bit of that off. This is too small a tip for this, really. It's just there we go. Right, let's see if I can get the main camera back on. Let's get everything put back out the way. Turn the microscope off would help. For a minute. There. Better. We're back in the room. We're back from outer space. It's good that all the kit works. It's probably the first actual repair I've done. Well, it's not. I repaired something else with the microscope. It's the first SMD work I've done with a microscope. Proper, rather than practice. Right. So I should be able to get my iPad, iPad back up now. So I can keep an eye on the chat. There we go. As I say, I think you're a little bit behind where I am. So I'm seeing, well, you're seeing me after the event, so to speak. But you know, I'll learn. I'll know next time. Right. Speaker then. Where's our little speaker? Got the speaker, and that was glued in horribly like that. And there's a little spring held it in, wasn't there? Where's me little packet of bits for this radio? A little Ziploc bag here somewhere with the bits in. There we are. Do you have a bargain priced microscope recommendation? Yes, this is about as cheap as it gets for something that's got a decent working distance. Video Monkey. I did a lot of research and messing about before I came up with this one. It was quite a good find, actually. It had fairly good reviews. Yeah, it did have fairly good reviews on it. And it was reasonably priced, because a decent microscope is going to set you back sort of probably 600-700 quid, and this was a lot cheaper than that. I'll find you the link in a minute, Video Monkey. So that's held in, but I need to just probably put a bit of something on there just to hold it. I'll probably just put some of that clear glue on it. Excuse me. There you go. I'll just hold it. Doesn't need to do too much because there's that bar holding it in. Okay, so that goes that way round. Let's change tips because that is way too small. Let's go back to our normal tip. Yeah, this is a stereo microscope, Chris. It's as I say, it is a bit of a bargain. It arrived with a couple chips on it, so I had to speak to them about that. But let me see if I can find it for you a minute while I'm just waiting for things to heat up. So I got it off of eBay, and I actually bought it directly from the telescope manufacturer. I'm trying to think of the name of it now. Purchase history. Swift microscopes it was. That's not purchase history, that's my watch list. Here we go. Screen cap. There we go. £175.09. It's not got massive magnification. It comes with 2 sets of eyepieces, but there you go. So Swift, it's got 10 times eyepieces, which I use, and 20 times eyepieces. The field of vision is terrible. This is not. This is a fixed 1 times. There's no zoom on the object lens, so to speak. The zooms. Well, it's not a zoom. They're not zoom. They're fixed focal length. So it is a cheap scope. It's a scope, cheap microscope, but it does the job. So I'm assuming you can see that. Let me just make sure that you are on that. Yes, you are. So the thing is, you need something with a good working distance. You don't want the blimmin' microscope right on top of anything. But as I say, that's what I bought, and so far I found it just what I need. I haven't got room for a big microscope here anyway. A big boom arm one. This one's quite compact. It does fold up and goes down to a fairly small footprint, so I can just stick it in the corner of the bench. But yeah, there you are. Video Monkey, if you want one, I would say that'll do most of what you need. Amscope, Chris. Very nice. That would be the way to go, but you're talking quite a lot of money. Yeah, you're talking a lot of money for an Amscope. You know, I suppose if I was doing SMD work full time, then yeah, I could sort of warrant the cost of it. But just occasional stuff, it's. I think if I was rebuilding my bench from scratch, then I might have it. You've got the model up on the long arm and the same one as you at work. All right. So hopefully that's helped you. Help you there, Video Monkey. As I say, £175. You know, that's quite reasonable. I think that's free postage as well. Right, where was I? I was doing the. Where's my forceps gone again? I was just putting these back on, wasn't I? Let's get this set put back together. Yeah, they are pretty good, Chris. For what I need it for, it's much better than one of those USB ones. Although I was looking at those, but the trouble is, you've got to get them very close to the workpiece, and a lot of them you're actually looking on a screen rather than through the thing. So I thought that my choice was. I did spend a lot of time looking for them, to be honest. I very, very nearly bought an expensive one, but I thought, well, I can't really warrant the cost just as well at the moment. Where's Sean today? Anyway, I've not seen Sean in. Where's he? Where's he? Has anybody seen him in the chat this afternoon? He did say he was looking forward to the live stream. I hope everything's alright with him. Oh, that would be great, Chris, wouldn't it? I mean, the problem I got with this is I can't show people what I'm seeing through the scope. It'd be nice to be able to show people what I'm actually working on. Well, I managed to get you in on that pretty well with the document reader. Right, so that's that. So let's see if I've got any fingerprints on the screen. Yes, I have. As expected. Mucky git that I am. Scope. Lovely. Yeah, you should be able to stick a link on it there, Chris, if you got it. If because that is a cracking recommendation. If what sort of price is that? That's probably knocking on £1,000, isn't it, Chris? I just cleaned that off with a bit of isopropyl. Just going to give it a quick polish with one of these lint-free plastic polishing cloths. Looks like it's gone. Let's just give that a wipe over as well. 650. That's not too bad. As I say, I paid, what did I pay for that? 175 for that one. So that's That's a bit of a bargain, isn't it, really? It's nothing worse than putting a radio back together and finding you got a little tiny bit of dust in on the screen. I'm sure we've all done that many times. Okay, so where are they going to wrap around? Wrap around there. Tweezers. Where's all my tweezers when I want them? So many pairs of tweezers here. I can't find any. Does that go there or does it go over there? Hang on, so we've got 3. I've got a board screw to go in there somewhere. Where does that one go to then? So 1, 2, 3. Where's the 3rd screw go, people? Come on. You must have seen me take this apart. Got one little tiny screw. Ha! I've got one screw that I don't know where it goes. Where do you go, screw? Let me have a look back through my video. A minute. I don't know if I took any pictures of that. I don't think I did. Yeah, it was a little bit dearer on Amazon than it was on... It was on eBay. My soldering looks neater than the original on that. Look. Huh. No, I didn't take a photo of that. So let's have a look back through my video. Yeah, I think you're right, Doug. I mean, what I've bought there is a compromise. Really, it's perfect for what I want it for. It's better than a USB one, but obviously it's not as good as like the high end. Well, they're not high end. Those AM scopes aren't really classed as high end as such. It's not a Carl Zeiss or a Nikon or a Minolta, whatever they are these days. But yeah, more than adequate for my needs. So I'm really chuffed with that. Right, let's find my video. I just need to find out where this screw goes. I need to find out where this screw goes. Open image, new tab. I don't want to open the image, you fool. So I'm just going to find out where that little silver screw goes. That's the issue, because I didn't take a photo of it. Your videos. I think I did it on Sunday Live, didn't I? Bits and bobs. Let's wait, sit through the 5-second advert. Okay, let's taking it apart. I've got a service manual up for it, haven't I? Or did I not take it apart in this one? Ah, I've already taken it apart before, didn't I? I'd already took it apart and didn't video it. Oh, well, let's get a service manual out. Let's get the service manual out. Serves me right. Pictures, pictures, and more pictures, people, isn't that? Yeah, I need a scope really for it, Chris. It's pretty essential, really. If you're doing some of the SMD stuff, is so tiny now. Right, let me find my service manual. It's not there. Here we go. Disassembly. Undo the 2 screws and release the back cover from hooks. Separate the front and rear cabinet. Unscrew 3 PTP screws. 2, 3. No, they're still in there. To remove control PCB, undo 1 PTF screw. I don't know what that means. I'm just wondering if that's a red herring out of something else. That I've given myself my own red... Ah, no, there it is. I've got it. I've got it. He's only found it. He's only found it, people. Don't know why I took that one out. I must have been having delusions of something or other. I mean, I'm just going to put this all back together. What's the bet on it? It don't flipping work now. Don't say that, Graham. You fool. I'm in a bit premature, didn't I? As I say, although this is badged Roberts, it's actually made by Sangean, if that's how you pronounce it, or Sangean. And all of a sudden this will just drop into place very shortly, like that. So I've got my air duster in the way. Okay, 9K, 10K steps, key lock off, volume turned down, news music, stereo mono. That's looking good. We are back together. Let's get a couple batteries, see if the thing works still. Fingers crossed. Afternoon, Morgan. How are you? Morgan Electronics, that is. I don't know if your name's Morgan, but 4 batteries, Graham, not 2. Might go off with a huge bang. I don't know if I need to reset it or not. I might need to reset it, but let's have a look. Still works.
COVID-19 was now infecting less than one other person.
That's an important change. It means in the community, it's likely that the virus and the epidemic is now shrinking. There are areas such as hospitals and social care settings where there may be the R is below 1.
Exit strategy within the coming days. The First Minister for Wales
risk a significant increase in the spread of the virus. That would threaten a second peak of the virus and substantially increase the number of deaths.
The number of coronavirus patients who've died in UK hospitals has risen to more than 13,700. Now, Devon and Cornwall Police say that the...
It's not good news, is it?
132 prisoners have tested positive for coronavirus in 60 jails. 96 prison staff have contracted COVID-19 in 38 prisons, as well as 7 prisoner escort and custody services staff. GCSE and A-level grades will
I'm just
still
moving it
come out
around
as
because I can hear
planned
like
in August,
a whine
even though
on it.
exams have been cancelled. Teachers
I'm just wondering, it must go down to long wave. I'll just get you out this way a little bit. No, oh well. Let's go around there. Let's get my aerial in. I've done with my hookup leads for it. Ooh. down. There it is. Talk of the hookup lead. There it is. Sure, that didn't do it any good. I don't think there's an aerial socket on this one for shortwave. No, there's not. So we're going to have to couple to the aerial. Just get my outside antenna on. Hello, Michael. Radio Devon is never good news here. So I'm going to connect my outdoor aerial up to it and see if that performs a bit better. Just turn it on. Shortwave band. Simon, how you doing, mate? Your hair hasn't gone grey. Your beard went grey fast. I'm trying to think where we're likely to find like China Radio International. Any ideas what frequency they work on? Come on, I know some of you are keen shortwave listeners. I'm just trying to find my World Radio and TV handbook. No, did I leave it in here or did I take it in? It's up there. I can't get at it. Graham, we're such a klutz. Can I reach it? I might be able to if I just tip this camera over. Could go offline. Let's try to see if I can find some frequencies we can dial into the thing, and there we go. Probably cocked up that camera now. Certainly cocked the light up. Oh no, still okay. 7210. Okay. I've got my World Radio and TV handbook. So let's stop that tuning for a minute. So 7210. Nothing heard on that one, Gary, at all. Let's turn that down a bit. Am I in local or DX? 7210 CRI, yeah, you are right. Again, we got the problem, we've got so much stuff on in here. Voice of America 7495. No, nothing. Sounds like it has wind. It could do. Bit early for China. Yeah, usually. What's the other one? What's the other one that's really prominent on the AM bands? There's another one, isn't there? CRI, and it's Radio Romania, that's the one I'm thinking of. RRI. Romania. RRI. It could be any. I got too much noise in here, I think this is the issue. Let's try entering it. Let's just get the old frequency. Let's try some of these. 6130. It's too much noise in here. It's like a ignition noise, isn't it, on a car? Try 974. 9740. 1180. No. Too noisy. This is picking up all sorts of noise. Let's just try my other long wire aerial, see if that's any better. Let's get my glass back down from there before I knock it over. Okay, so Derek's saying 7267 is quite strong. I think Derek, it's actually my my room here's got too much interference. Let's put the 70 back there for a minute. With that which I've broken now, I'm going to have to take it apart. Ah, dear. Let's get a better... All the farmers around here have young Thai brides. Yes. Where did they get them from, Chris? Let's see if this is less noisy. Yeah, medium wave's working fine, ZX. 693. Oh. That's 693. Right, Derek is saying he's got 7267 is quite strong. Two, 6, 7. It won't let me tune that. No, I can't get nothing on shortwave VR. I'll have to try it outdoors. So that'll be my plan for later on, is to take that little beauty outdoors and have a play with it. Because there is literally, it's picking up so much interference in here, I can't even get it to tune to normal stuff. Something's smelling good downstairs. Mrs. Cruncher must be on the cooking. Let's fire my main radio. I wonder if this the ICOM should be able to pick it up. What's the frequency? 7267. Yeah, that can hear it. Let me think. What are you doing here, Graham? What cameras have you got? Just chuck it on me a minute. Let's pop that one over there. If I can find, where is it? Up, 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 up.
Сегодня 13 групп медицинских экспертов Китая работают в 11 странах, включая Италию, Сербию, Камбоджу, Пакистан, Иран, Ирак, Лаос, Венесуэлу и Филиппины. Недавно правительство Китая приняло решение предоставить $20 миллионов США Всемирной организации здравоохранения.
He doesn't like it because there's not much light over there.
Международному противоэпидемическому сотрудничеству. Генеральный директор глобальной коалиции реализации инновационных разработок для предупреждения эпидемий доктор Ричард Хатчет считает, что ВОЗ сыграла важную роль в координации действий международного сообщества для предотвращения распространения коронавируса.
I want to credit the team at WHO. They've done a great job of bringing together the global.
Я считаю, что ответные меры Всемирной организации здравоохранения на эпидемию заслуживают одобрения, потому что организация сыграла важную руководящую, координирующую роль в международной противоэпидемической деятельности. Следует отметить, что с начала эпидемии ВОЗ своевременно мобилизовала группы медицинских научных специалистов со всего мира, чтобы они приложили совместные усилия для противостояния кризису. Помимо того, организация всеми силами обеспечивает скоординированное использование всех технических ресурсов и рычагов экстренного реагирования, разрабатывая эффективную стратегию для скорейшей разработки вакцины. Ричард Хатчет напомнил, что в последнее время ВОЗ инициировала работу ряда лабораторий, ускорив создание глобальной сети тестирования и расширение возможностей глобальной диагностики, а также улучшение глобального эпидемиологии.
That you can now use in your hack tabloid, the Global Times. And the irony here is the real peasants who run China are the CCP. I mean, Chairman Xi is one of those over the mountains and into the valleys, learn how to be a peasant guy from the Cultural Revolution. So forced peasantry. His dad was a forcer for Mao, but he got sent back to the.
Trước những vấn đề hệ trọng của đất nước, Đảng và Nhà nước đều lấy ý kiến thảo luận, đóng góp của toàn dân. Các bộ ngành địa phương
здравоохранения больше, чем когда бы то ни было, написал Гейтс в своем посте.
Cool. Looks like the 40-meter band's a bit rammed. Right, let's just get back to some normality. Turn my mic gain down. Why we mic gain? Turn my mic gain down. It's fine. You think the Roberts is not working on shortwave? Let's quickly try it then, Doug. Because I'm sort of wrapping up now, but let's see if we can get a signal into it then from the SIGGEN. We may well not be working on shortwave. Does this swivel? Yes, it does. Right. Let's get the aerials fairly close. Let's go with a frequency of, say, let's go 7.3 megs then. 3 megahertz. Level, let's go high. Modulation. Let's go, that's AM, isn't it? So 730.
The way, very excited about this. Annie Mac is going to be giving us all a
He is working. So he is working, Doug. It's just literally is the fact that I don't think it's very well. What's the word for it? Shielded. It's not very well shielded, so I'm sure it'll work fine outdoors. But yeah, the light does work. So I'm sure it'll work fine outdoors, but not in here, unfortunately. There you are. Nice little radio, though. I still like it. I still like that. And it's fixed, which is great news. So let's catch up with the chat then, and I'm going to knock it on the head around about past. So we're just about sorted out. So I think, yeah, I think the chat is coming in after here. I need to sort that latency out next time. Hang on, let me go back. Let me go back. What has been going on in here while I've been looking at other stuff? Chris is a silver fox, yeah. New bench time. Where is that man cave workshop chappie gone to, I wonder? Yeah, unfortunately, Jax, no. It's not full of nubile young women in here. It's just us old farts that like radios. And electronics, I suppose, and whatever else. Scalextrics cars. Russian girls looking for husbands. What? Jax, your name is Natalia. Please send me plane fare. Benji's been to Russia. I think the whole Thai bride thing is taken off here, isn't it? So, you saw 3 planes. There is no airband traffic at the moment, hardly at all. You've got to literally be near one of the airports, I think. I can't get next to nothing over here. Down here, even. Let's find one of them Bible bashing stations. So Simon's saying some of the blokes have bought some quite expensive brides. The lookers cost a fortune. You animals. $9.09. You thought RRI switched to their summer schedules on March 29th. I need to put the clock right. Yeah, I do. $7265. Is there any way to switch to 9 kilohertz? Yes, there is, Derek. Yeah, there's a 9 kilohertz switch on the bottom. It's in 9 kilohertz at the moment, but it's got 10 kilohertz and 9 kilohertz steps. It's in 9. What was that, Michael? You've got an Eddystone EC10, no audio output. Quick shifty through the circuit diagram. Dynamos repair it and still the dog of the fleet. I get it designed around 1964. I think there's some Eddystone fans on here, Michael. Yeah, good stuff, Eddystone. Cheers, Derek. Thank you, mate. How did the cars turn out? They turned out well, Doug. Let me see. I've got time on my... Yeah, I've got 1 minute. Let me see if I can get you a video. I don't know if it'll let me play a video. I did take a video of it actually working. Here we go. Might have to pop the resolution down a little bit because it's going to okay, so what are we on at the moment? Let's have a look. Let's just show you the Scalextrics then. Just for a bit of a laugh. Here we go. It's only a 38-second video I shot of it. It's got any sound? Hopefully there's no swearing in it. Okay, well, as you can see, the red car does appear to be faster. It's gaining on the yellow one. There you go, it's overtaken. Yeah. It's not massively slower, but it definitely ain't as fast as the red one. But isn't the red one supposed to win anyway? Oh no. Here comes again, he's gaining on it again. Okay, well, there we go. I did mean to put a video up on that, but I didn't get round to it in the end. Pat, how are you doing? Oh dear. No, I took the set back yesterday, and I said to the guy, I mean, he said it runs far better than it ever did. Just as I say, it was just that hair stuck in the axle, really. So he's happy with it. I did say to him if he sticks a bit of blue tack or something like that in it to weigh it down, it'll probably even them out a little bit. But he did say apparently in the Disney film the red one's always supposed to win or something. So whether they've made that up, I don't know. Whether they've made the car so one is faster. Hi Brett, how are you? 8 tracks. Yeah, you need a Scalextrics, Brett, I think. You've probably got some, haven't you? You expecting a bloke with a beard as a baby face man? Hi Stephen, how are you? You just popped in to say goodbye. You've been in your workroom watching on the phone while wrestling with the PS1. Sadly, the PS1 motor control chip is gone. Oh, that's a shame. Well done in finding that though, Stephen, because by saying that, the PS1's not too bad to work on. They get a bit silly when you get up to the PS3. So the motor control chip. Yeah. Anyway, people, I'm going to call that a day. Hope you've enjoyed it today. Usual stuff, give me a thumbs up if you like that. And please feel free to leave any comments. I'll take a shortwave radio outside later on and have a play with it out there to see what it picks up. But hopefully it's okay. It's certainly picking up a signal generator. So there you go. So that's it for another day. So I'll be back again next time. It's going to be Sunday. And I shall have to have a think about what to do on Sunday. But there you go. So have a good one, people. Stay safe, and catch you all on Sunday. Bye for now.